though, yo, I didn't get none of that money, I have to imagine that he was in debt to Atlantic for a
Yeah,
while.
probably went against his account.
Yeah,
Advances and all that. He's in the red, yeah.
which
But you got to look at it. If it made 24 million, the artists only get 50%, and then let's say Drake took, let's be fair, 25 and 25. And of that 25%, Meek's only going to get 20% because he's in whatever 80, 20, 70, whatever his royalty rate is. Let's just say it's 20, 25 to be nice. So he's getting 25% of 25%.
yo, no way Drake. Yo, there's a song I've mentioned it so many times. Well, I've never said the song though. Drake did with someone else. Drake has a 95 split on it. Facts.
95.5 probably.
Yes, 95.5.
Because it's also market share. He's one of the highest streamers. He has a lot of market share. Even if he can move their market share 1.1% on the books, like, cool, just keep him in this system, make him happy.
But I read this as like, I don't know, it's almost like a cautionary tale for like younger rappers, yo. Like, imagine you making a song that makes 24 million and you're like, obviously he got some money from it because the label's looking like yo, we gave you an advance. He probably got a big advance, right? You know what I mean? He was keep in mind, Championships came out when he came out of jail, right? He squashed his beef with a bunch of people, right?
That's why I can't believe the 10 M's in 10 years. You said he probably got a big advance. Where? What's big? I mean,
oh yeah, that's true.
You know what people make, so 10 M's is a lot of money. That's good money. You made a career, $1 million a year, but like, if you know what a big advance is.
Yeah. Okay. No, I get what you mean. Like, yeah.
He also said he made $1 million a month too.
No.
But see, that's what Ak was saying. That's off mad other shit.
Yeah,
you sell clothes. You go on a tour. You go shit. Bro, there's so much ways for artists to make money. He goes to a show in Dubai and meets someone and, oh, come to my party this weekend. Here's $500,000.
Crazy.
That shit happens in real life.
I appreciate him for being vulnerable though. That's real shit. Like, really being vulnerable.
Yeah, Alex, I agree with you. The 11 million in 10 years sounds crazy. Now hold on. And let's bring Meek out of it because we're just going to talk music business, right? So this is what I've been trying to also wrap my mind around too. Like, even some of the deals, right? Like, you know what I mean? That we're hearing about now. I feel like it's almost a little bit inflated. I don't know. Were they giving out, like, motherfuckers is signing right now for like $20 million. I think 20 million. I remember when Logic back in the day was like, yo, he had a $30 million deal. We're like, oh, this shit's like astronomical, like one of the biggest we could hear.
I mean, that's hard because people can say it's worth that because it can be worth that. But that's also, they could say, here, we're going to give you $10 million for 3 albums, but you got to pay the producers, you got to pay for studio time, you got to pay for this. We're going to set some money aside for marketing, and we'll give you 6 now. Every time you turn a project in, we'll give you 1 point whatever, and then you have 12 months between each project. So really, they got their 15, 20 million over 3-4 years. It's still a lot of money, but how much are you going to spend on producers? What if you spend $600,000 an album? Now you're taking 2 out of that 15.
Yo, the only thing that
expenses.
The only thing that would make Meek Mill's, like, you know, in numbers make sense. Yo, they were spending out. Atlantic must have been spending out the ass, right, to maintain and promote.
I don't think they spend like that.
They had to be.
I mean, my experiences with them. But bro, what's out the ass? How much? My biggest philosophy is, and I know people over there think like that. You can't, no matter how much you spend on marketing, you can't force people to listen to your music. So you can inform people enough, but there's only so much you can spend on marketing, bro.
Alex, trust me. And again, you know, like we're on a live, so like, you know, I talk to you, like off this shit. But I've seen them spend for certain artists like it was going out of style, bro. I've never seen them do it for YoungBoy, right? Like, I remember I always asked Atlanta, I'm like, yo, how come y'all never hit me up for like YB? And they're like, yo, he handles his own shit. Like, we don't.
No, you're gonna post that shit either way. We don't have to send you 10 bands.
For some other artists, I ain't gonna lie to you. I love the other artists. You know what I mean? YB my mans, but with like some other artists, they'd be like, yo, dog, just write a number on a napkin, bro. We got to get this lit. I'm like, oh, word? I'm telling you, they spend a lot, bro.
I feel like people don't research. Like we've had combos. I like super research everything. So it's like, why spend money here if we don't need to or that? Some people just, we need to make it work. We'll throw money at the wall, whatever sticks. But that's also how you end up overspending. You have to recoup more. All that.
Well, and I think that's where like this convo comes from. And like, I'm so happy that Meek was being like honest and vulnerable that I don't want to like shame him in the sense of saying, bro, have you looked at how much you were spending? Every time you were like, I remember it was a thing. These guys were like, we're on private jets every day, just doing bullshit. You do know the label was ingesting that cost and spitting it out to you on a 1.8 times multiplier every time in terms of how they're going to get paid.